Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, coming to the game, I would say I'm happy for the team. I'm proud of my team for the performance that they gave in, even though we didn't get the results that we aspired to achieve. And yeah, during the first half, we dominated. The first half, we created clear chances. We didn't take advantage of that situation. Yes, we took the lead. Going to the second half, starting the second half, we also made the players aware that they will be coming at us and they will be trying to play those long balls, making those hard runs to stretch us. So I believe that that is where we lost it. We were not compact enough that allowed them more spaces to run into, to play the forward passes, and also end up getting that goal, which was an equalizer. But other than that, I'm quite pleased with the attitude of the players, the commitment, the hard work, and you could see that they were running out of steam, and more especially, applauding the courageousness that they displayed. A team that started to train on Sunday, then and train again on Tuesday, on Monday. On Tuesday, again, we all know that is a match day -1, where you don't do a lot of things. But yeah, I was quite happy. So I'm happy again that this game, it has also gave us a situation where we improve in our conditioning, that I believe that it will play a huge role going into the next game. Yeah, thank you. What we wanted to achieve for us is to the first goal is to win the match, and also to manage the conditioning of our players, as I have alluded that, they're coming from off-season, then they only started to train 2-3 days just before the competition started, So for us, it was quite critical to make sure that we don't have muscle injuries, that can take players off the tournament. So I'm quite pleased that we have achieved that. Then again, what I will work on for the next 2 games, it's more our defensive, organization, because you could see, in the second half, they dominated the second half. It was also based on, yes, they have fresh legs, and they also changed their tactical plan, whereby they were playing with 2 sixes, but now they played with 1, pushing more forward. So what had happened in our situation, we still sat back, We sat back in the middle, and we didn't go early, to press forward. Instead, what we did, we were pressing backward. And when you press backward, or when you defend going backward, then you're giving more space to advance into your half, of which that's what they did, coming second half. But later, in the second half, we managed to correct that, we managed to correct that by ensure that, we bring fresher legs, and also try to bring more legs up front, so whereby we can, those players that they can defend, as well as when we win possession, we must be able to quickly play the ball forward, So it wasn't consistent, but I'm quite happy that the boys, they're starting to grab how I want them to play. So going to the next game, so those corrections that I've just highlighted, making sure that we stay compact, we don't allow the opponents, to find those spaces. And later second half, we did that. Yeah, you could see that now they started to play those long balls. So yeah, we will try to make sure that we improve from that aspect. Come again? How may I find it?
How are we going to find the balance between keeping the momentum and also giving others a chance, because you mentioned the international exposure
Yes.
for the group?
Oh no, thanks, man. What we are going to do now, the good thing about our next game, hopefully we will get, the game of the next opponent. So once you have that, then we study the opponents. Then that will also inform us that, what type of players that we need to bring in, But at the same time, we want to make sure that we keep the same momentum. For example, I'm not saying that we are going to change or not going to change, but in many cases, what will happen, we will, as we are going to the next game, so now we will also try first and foremost to look at how can we now sustain the momentum that we have. So probably it will be, I would say, 70% of the players that started today, because of the match conditioning that they have gained, that they will help us. Then gradually we're starting to bring in those that didn't have game time, because for us to change the whole team at once, trying to give everybody an opportunity to gain international experience, it can be suicidal, because we still want to go further in a tournament. So we pray and hope and work hard that we will just make sure that we work hard and get the results to go to the next phase of the tournament, or the knockout stage. Once you get into the knockout stage, then that is where now you can bring in more changes or give players more opportunities. Right now, I would say the doctors will attend to his situation. Then they will inform us, what needs to be done, if there is something that needs to be done that is drastically. But we are hoping that, because he also complained of the muscles, the muscle, he was cramping as well, because, but it's also, in his situation, it might be the issue of fatigue, because he just come from the playoffs, and the knocks that he had, But as we stand, I'm quite happy that we didn't have much of the serious knock injuries, and mostly the muscle injuries, So gradually we will just look at what are we going to be doing at training to make sure that we also bring those who didn't play, closer towards the game competitiveness, or the game conditioning, even though it won't be in a normal or competitive game, but we'll try to design our training sessions to be like that. But more important is for us to to make sure that we study the opponents that we're going to play with, and then we will decide which type of personnel that we need to bring into that game, because we also need to make sure that we get the results, in the next game, that will put us in a better position to go to the next round.
Coach, thank you very much, and see you on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.